What is Christianity? Very simply, Christianity is the faith tradition that focuses on the figure of Jesus Christ. The core beliefs of Christianity are described in 1 Corinthians 15, 1 through 4. Paul writes, Jesus died for our sins, was buried, was resurrected, and thereby offers salvation to all who will receive him in faith. Has it always been called Christianity? Have those who follow Jesus always been labeled as Christians? Well, according to Acts 11:26, Luke writes, and when he, Barnabas, had found him, Paul, he brought him to Antioch. And for a whole year they met with the church and taught a great many people. And in Antioch, the disciples were first called Christians. And this term was not an endearing one. The name was more than likely meant as an insult. Both the Bible and history suggest that the term Christian was probably meant as a mocking insult when it was first coined in the first century. In the New Testament, believers never referred to themselves as Christians. Instead, they referred to themselves as brethren, as disciples, as saints. Before his conversion, Paul sought out those who belonged to the way, according to Acts 9. This is where we find the early label for Christians. They were people of the way. The early followers of Christ referred to themselves as followers of the way because of Jesus' statement in John 14:6, that he is the way, the truth, and the life. Luke says that Aquila and Priscilla explained to Apollos the way of God more fully. Peter refers to Christianity as the way of truth in 2 Peter. And the writer of Hebrews says that Jesus' broken body is the new and living way for us to enter the most holy place. And based on this text, there had to be something about this description of followers of Jesus that made them stand out in the culture. Here's the truth about these early followers of Jesus, and we would be wise to truly hear what I'm about to say. Simply, the early church embodied their faith. They didn't care about a label. It wasn't about the label. It was a way of life. It wasn't just words, it was active and alive. People saw these followers and attached them to their teacher, Jesus, based on their behavior, and it was radical and countercultural. The Bible speaks of early followers adorning their faith. They adorned the doctrine of God. They had such a character that was a beautiful Christ-like character that drew respect and admiration. They adorned the very teaching of Jesus. Their character came out in actual deeds, facial expressions, lifestyle, their habits and words, and it is this character that caused people to take notice. It was observable behavior. So what does this mean to us today? Christians, we must present ourselves as examples. I'm not talking about putting on a show. This is the very inner man being expressed in the outward. It is an overflow of a godly heart. We as Christians must exemplify the kingdom that we say we belong to. We must embody the very word we proclaim. The only way you can effectively share the gospel is to share it and live it. Hypocrites won't last. This is why the early church was called the way. They embodied a way of life, and we as Christians should be living the same way.